Hello, dorks. Welcome in. Hello, hello. How's it going? Hi, it's time for Unchatter. It's time for there to be a cat in my face. It's time for there to be a cat in my face. It's time to play Dwarf Fortress. It's time for a Monday. It's time for Monday, isn't it? She's been locked out all morning, so now, of course, she has to, like, get in my face. She was just chilling up there, like, literally a second ago. Don't know why now she has to be here. Oh well, how's it going, Barely Creative? I'm excited. I've been excited for this stream since, like, the very end of the last Dwarf Fortress stream, because the very first thing that's going to happen for us today is that we're going to be dealing with goblins. We had a siege show up at the very, very, very end of last stream, which we were, you know, if you recall, we weren't even totally sure that we were going to get sieges at all at this fortress. We're not really within range of a goblin civilization. And we've gone, I don't know, maybe 18 plus years without having any goblin activity whatsoever. And now they're here. Suddenly they showed up and we're gonna have to deal with them. So that's gonna be interesting. That'll be fun. We're not defenseless. We're not totally defenseless. We are not a fortress. This is not the most defended position we've ever had, right? Even in this world. So that'll be fun. Yeah, you just want to be on my lap? You're not really a lap cat, are you? There you go. Okay, goodbye. Saw the raid coming, wanted to participate. Yes, exactly. Give me a goblin. Just give me a goblin. I want to help out. I would imagine. No, not the wires. You can be down there. You just leave the wires alone. I can't keep my eye off of them for a second, and then Tofu's gonna get all distracted. Come on, guys. We've been over this. Nope, get down. No. She likes getting under my desk and undoing all my cable management. I have like the little tracks that stick up underneath the desk, and then they have like a little, it's a little trench, right? Little U-shaped thing, and then like a lid. She likes pulling on like the one wire she can see and then ripping it down and ripping the lid off of the whole management system. And all the wires just go pleh. That's what she likes. That's her hobby. That and just every other cord that's down there. I've been trying to give them some laser pointer attention. Anyway, we're gonna play Dwarf Fortress, and I'm gonna attempt to not get overrun by cats. Today's episode is brought to you by a friendly polar bear. He's just over there waving hi. Let's go over and say hello. He wants to ask us a question. And my viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, playing with my cats, hanging out in VODs, hanging out live, hanging on Discord, leaving the cat cam to go after the laser pointer. Those are the polar bears that are protecting my homestead these days. So I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out. And we're just gonna sit here and chill and deal with some goblins, right? That's really all that I want to deal with right now. So we're going to load it up. There was even a patch today. Oh, and we even have DF Hack going. There was a patch this morning. DF Hack patched again today. What a time to be alive. I swear. I swear. You all gonna be good? You're just gonna sit, you're just gonna stand. You're just gonna hang out there. Something I've been doing, this is how janky it's been around here. I just put the laser pointer between my toes so I can still have my hands. That's what we're doing here. Okay, we have goblins. We got goblins, we got a battering ram. I'm so excited about this battering ram. I don't even know if this is everyone yet. We have 27 invaders on the screen. But like I didn't even wait to see if this was everyone, right? We're obviously not gonna parlay. We're obviously not gonna parlay with them, right? So here's the situation. We have some squads of goblins. We have our library with some dorks inside, perception the truth, my thoughts on surveying, traditional desert of brides. We have our tavern. We have our trading hall that currently has some elves in it. currently some elves in our trade depot. And then this is like our defensible entrance, right? We have a bin full of copper bolts. We have some bolt throwers up here. So we're going to be closing this. I think that's probably our first order of business. Well, first order of business is to set an alert. That's our first order of business. I want to make sure... right now I want burrows. We're gonna do our 3D fill thing, right? So I just want to, like, that's all safe. But this is not safe. This does not yet have a complete roof. This is very nearly done. Very nearly done. But like the trade depot is not gonna be safe. This is gonna be safe because I want them to get up here, but I don't want them out here. That's really the key here. It's like that is safe, but this is not. So that way they can get up here to our little ordnance platform. Then we have one ballista here, and then we have our barracks. And then like this is fine. We want to not go further than this because this goes up to the trade depot, and we don't want to go further down than this because this is that. Right? So I think that's gonna be kind of how this works. And then this is all fine, this is all fine. And then in theory, this is all kind of the same as it was. I'm zoomed out as far as I can go. This all seems fine. This is all water. I'll just say that that's all good. We're all good. Still dealing with all this silly aquifer stuff. Maybe someday it'll be fine. Maybe someday. That's all good. A lot of this, there's no reason for them to get in there right now, but I want it to be possible, right? Just that we're not unnecessarily canceling jobs every time we go into a siege. This is that, so this is that, right? So we don't need to be up here. This is all good. This is well, actually, we don't need to be over here. This is quarantine. Technically not safe. And then all of that, and we got new bedrooms. This is all fine. Right? That's all fine. This is all good. And then I think we're good. And then down in the caves, but the caves haven't changed. Right? And then I think that's fine. And then we have this closed, so that's fine. Okay. I think we're good. So we turn on the civilian alert so that no one goes outside. We're going to close this gate so that they don't go in through the trade depot entrance. This linked to two things. Did I link that to two things? Did I link this to two things? Well, that's great. Tofu likes going in circles, just to derail everything. I swear I've gotten Tofu to go in circles with the laser pointer so much that she stops and she goes like, whoa. Pretty sure I've gotten her significantly dizzy with a laser pointer, which I think is quite funny. So Rough Ice Bridge is the one upstairs, right? So I'm gonna leave that one linked. I'm gonna unlink this other one. And then we can just link it to something else later. Honestly, that's like that one's gonna stay closed. So I'm just gonna unlink it. right? Yes. So now I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna close this, and then I also want to make sure that my stuff is ready to go, right? So the ballista is gonna fire at enemies, has a whole 1 arrow loaded into it. Oh, and then we have a screen for this now, don't we? I can go over here and go to siege engines. All of them are gonna fire at enemies. That's what I want. That's what I want. And then we're gonna have our squad. Right? Our squad is pretty okay on equipment. Let's go ahead and, yeah, so they're gonna be fine, and then we're just gonna have them, once they're done getting all their stuff, we're just gonna station them right here. And the goblins are just gonna patiently wait for us to get our stuff in order. Wow, they're kind of milling about, aren't they? That's interesting. That's different. Usually they just kind of hang out. I want to see this happen. Good luck with a siege. I'll be lurking spiritually. Okay. Thank you for the well wishes. Wouldn't have thought Cat could get dizzy. I know, right? I kind of had the same thought, but it seemed to have happened. That didn't happen, but I bet you it's because it was already in the other position. So if I pull it again, that might fix it. Hopefully that fixes it. Someone please pull it. Someone please pull the lever. The lever is definitely not very close to our... I mean, it's central to our fortress, but it's not where everyone hangs out now. Who's coming for this? Come on. Come on. Hello, you green scringed twigs better wait for or face my axe. Yes. I'm gonna have to go kick out a cat real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. She's not kicked out, but she has her little... There's a bunch of cat things in here, right? There's like a little thing that she can hide under. Like, it's 4 cats, but it's like her little hidey hole. So every time I tell her she's in trouble, instead of being able to kick her out, she'll like run and hide under there. It's like she knows she's in trouble, but she puts herself in a position that I can't get her out of. So I can't properly punish her by kicking her out. Just cat things. Surely someone... Yeah, here we go. Okay. Let's go back up here. Oh, and the elder leaving, so that's actually perfect timing. You gonna come behave? Go on. Go on. There we go. Okay. Now stay there. So now this should go up, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Is it Steam version? It sure is. This is definitely the Steam version. We're also modded, right? We're playing a modded Kobold Fortress. Oh yes, there's a void. It's a void cat. Heck is a void cat, and then there's also Tofu, who is not. And we have our polar bear people. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. We're gonna see polar bear people against our goblin invaders here in a second. I'm very excited about that. Hello, Jexwing. How's it going? We are gonna... Oh, that's interesting. The formatting's kind of strange there. What is the B? Interesting. Oh, there's the other one. They can almost fit in there. Okay, so they're sparring. I'm gonna hope that our gear is pretty well set up. So we have an exceptional steel axe. We have a shield, steel. We got our togas. We got our one boot as is tradition. I mean, this one looks pretty kitted out. Mosier here is pretty kitted out. Legendary fighter. Oh, they started from nothing. We started from nothing. Look at this. A legendary fighter axe is that what you have? A legendary axe bear. Hi GM, welcome in. You're just in time. We're about to see what these goblins are made of. Yeah, 27 total. So I think what we're gonna do here, it's a kitten fight. Geez, they are kind of going for it. I'm gonna take out my monitor if they're not careful. They're kind of cute, but geez, there's some teeth play in there. Depression lurk. Oh hi Anthric, how's it going? I know what you mean. Happy Monday, happy Goblin Day. We got some goblins. Virtual hugs, yes, virtual hugs for everyone. I think I'm just gonna deny their petition and see what happens, right? In theory, we have someone here waiting to fire our ballista. Laura here is waiting to fire ballista. And then up here we have 3 kobolds and a polar bear person waiting for them to get close. So we're just gonna unpause and see what happens here. See, yeah, they're gonna like oh wow. Interesting, okay. And then they're all gonna like spread out. Interesting. This is gonna be completely different. This is our first siege since the siege update. And I've watched other streamers do it, but this is gonna be our first run with it. So part of it, so we have some, these ones don't have roofs yet. So if they were really wanting to get creative and crawl up there, they could, but we're leaving this door open. So I'm hoping that they try this easy route first. Oh, yeah! Oh my gosh, okay, it's already happening. So and then we really need to keep an eye on this, right? On that. That could make some bad things happen. But they're all just kind of filtering over here. And then just already, I see entrails. And this is perfect. So we spent a little bit of time trying to figure out the best orientation for this. So we have 3 bolt throwers firing on 1 goblin right now. That is pretty great. There's some combat happening up in the cat cam as well. I'm tempted to go, we're just gonna go like frame by frame. This is all gonna happen very fast. Unconscious, exhausted, winded, heavy bleeding, seriously injured. Yup. And then like you still all have ammo, right? Do they stop firing once you're unconscious? Interesting. Okay, so now we're gonna see another one get closer. I'm really curious what like the range is. Apparently it's gonna be like right here, right? Yeah, and then so now they're gonna start firing. So apparently they don't fire the ballista or the bolt throwers on unconscious enemies, which I appreciate. They're just gonna get to the same square. Wow, the first one died. Second one's unconscious. And then they stop again. Y'all. That is so astounding. There's 4 bolts in this goblin. I'm curious about this combat log. Oh, Tofu. She's already finding more stuff to get into. Mao? Don't do it. Copper bolt has lodged firmly in the wound. I didn't realize that bolts could lodge firmly as well. Tofu. Laser. Laser time. Whatever. Combat log is just a bunch of flip, thwack sounds. Yes, I mean, kinda. Copper bolt strikes in the nose. The very first thing that happened to this goblin was they got their nose shot off by a bolt thrower. I love this game. I love this game. Major artery opened. Yeah, this is just... Like, look at that. That's just bad. That's just bad for the goblin. And like, and we've used some ammo, right? Like, we've shot 30, 14. This one hasn't shot at all. So we've shot maybe not even 60 bolts. And these are just 2 dead goblins. They didn't even get close. They didn't even get close. Should check how to fix mine because Steam version is a bit expensive. That's fair. It does... I was gonna say it goes on sale, but I don't actually know how frequently it goes on sale. It is worth it. If you can afford it, I find it very, very worth it. Just the graphics on their own. And we just got a new song. There's a new official song in this game as of like yesterday. It's just bonkers. And then they're gonna start firing again on this one, right? But of course, they don't really like lead their shots a whole lot, do they? You gotta lead your shots. Jeez, that's a lot of ammo. That's so many bolts. Okay, good. Stand still. We're much better against ones that are standing still than just unconscious. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so it's already that many dealt with. I am worried about this. But worst case scenario, this all just leads back down into our barracks before they can get into like our actual thing. Polar man is fighting. So this is the one firing the bolts, right? Yeah. Okay. I need both my hands. So at some point, in theory, they're going to figure out that going that way is not good for them. And they're going to start trying to figure something else out, right? Maybe? No? Be great if they all just walk into the... Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! That's so good. Oh my god, the speed. The speed that they fire at is absurd. Never seen it on sale. Yeah, I don't know that I have either. Now that I think about it. Still great that it has a native Linux port. Yes, absolutely. They're just gonna leave the battering ram behind. Are they even gonna get inside? They're just gonna get completely annihilated. Is this the squad leader here? I don't know if I can even tell who the leader is. I'm really happy with this tower setup. Just need the one hard point. Like, they're on our roofs. Like, you're up here on our roof. But that's not gonna help you. That doesn't get you anywhere. And see, now all 3 of these bolt throwers are out of ammo. Bolts nearby and available 0. So we're just straight up out of ammo. But that's fine. Look at all the corpses. Look at all the corpses. I think they've done 5 to 10% sales before, but it's unlikely that it will be more discounted in the foreseeable future. Right, I agree. I wonder, we might get like a holiday season type thing. Maybe keep an eye out for that. I don't know, I played this game for free for many, many years. I felt like by the time the Steam version came out, I already gotten whatever 30 bucks of entertainment out of it. So for me, it was a very, very easy choice. Okay, so they're gonna start trying to enter here, right? They're gonna, the ones that are alive, the handful that are alive, are gonna crawl their way into our thing. Oh, and if they go too far south, they're gonna find the remaining. Yup. Yup. Okay, and then now they're down here. And we have a ballista that's just ready to fire. And of course, we're only going to get like one ballista throw out of this. Your load and bolt thrower? Do you have... Don't have bolts. Don't let me have bolts. But I want to see... Oh, there's a cage. Why were we doing a cage? I don't know what that cage was for. But in theory, we're going to fire a bolt or a ballista. Yep. Wow. Oh, there's a were-monkey downstairs. Was that you? Flying copper ballista arrow strikes the goblin hammerman in the right or lower arm and severed part sails off in an arc. So the single ballista is not going to be as effective against a wave of goblins, right? It was really good against that giant. It's really good against like single big things, but the bolt thrower is going to be what's good against like numerous small things. But now the remaining 14 injured invaders are going to have to deal with our polar bear people. Okay, this is like our real defense, right? This is like what we've actually have to defend us. And there's going to be like traffic going through here, which isn't the end of the world. They're just going to go for it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Rithul and Koman here are going to take care of it for us. I'm actually going to give them a station order up here so that we can fight a little bit further away from our civies. But I think these two are just going to... Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm going to play and leave my embroidery aside. I mean, this is... My position on this is very clear. This is my favorite video game of all time. So if you ask my opinion, everyone should be... I don't know if everyone should be playing this. Anyone who has any interest in this game should do it. Okay, we're just gonna go slow motion. Oh my gosh. How many do we even have left? We have... You are out here not injured. You are out here seriously injured. A whole bunch of bolts sticking out of you. These ones are dead. There's a bunch of giant penguins as well. Just cuz. And then we have our battering ram. That's scary. I don't want them to do that. That's kind of scary. So maybe, right, if we have 6 total, 4 of them are there. And then the 2 are here. So I'm just gonna give an actual kill order on the remaining 6. We can try and make sure that we get this taken care of before they do any damage. Still need to make the time to learn it. That's the bigger thing. There's plenty of fun to be had in it if you're in the mood, but still a fairly significant learning curve. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, if you have the time to invest in it, it's really hard to run out of things to do. Yeah. Okay, so they're gonna come out here. Right? You have a kill goblins order. You're just gonna teabag the corpse for a little while. Okay, we're gonna circle out, and then you're just gonna meet him there. Thwack, thwack. Okay. So now it's just this. And you were not going this way. If you were like just attacking the first wall you saw, that would have been bad. But you're not going to, so I think we're gonna be okay. And then yeah, they really just like standing on a corpse for a second after they kill it. Not entirely sure what that is. But Storlet here, our High Master Fighter, accomplished axeman with an exceptional steel battle axe, is gonna go confront this this battering ram. Oh, he's so fast. Oh, they're not even gonna fight back. Siege done. Siege done. I'm just gonna unforbid all this stuff, and we're gonna spend some moments dealing with all our garbage. That's so fantastic. I'm so happy with this. And then there's some more stuff down here. We got a bunch of free metal. Check out all our goblinite. Cool. Siege done. That was flawless. Clearly we're gonna need to make a bunch more bolts. So I'm gonna say copper bolt. I'm gonna do this like oh geez, like 50 times maybe? Because each one of those makes like a stack of 25, I'm pretty sure. But I want a bunch. Maybe we say like 25 to start with. I do want a bunch. You see how fast we go through them. Been on off with this game for a few years. That's how I was for a long time. Back before the Steam version, I kind of came back when there was a major release, and then did what I could. Is this some migrants just arrived? That could have been much more poorly timed. Also, I don't need more cows. And a llama. It's not a male llama, so I don't have to geld it. Dazerna, a surgeon. Hey, look, we got a surgeon. Do we get free metal bars from killing the battering ram? Yeah, apparently. I learned that watching Blind stream. But yeah, when you destroy a battering ram, it turns into bars. So we have a lead bar and an iron bar. In addition to all our goblin parts. I kind of wish I could like preserve the battering ram. I want to put like the battering ram in the dining hall or something. I think that'd be cool. Here's Kuro, legendary stone crafter, recently slept in a bedroom. Your wife is here. Interesting. Okay. Zero the Potter is all right. Cly needs some excitement. Cece is happy to help. 8 years old. Over 100. Orkana. That's a familiar name, isn't it? Frosty Buckling, artificial shovels. This person has been in both of our previous fortresses. Proficient bone carver. Grandmaster Macebold. Wow. That's cool. Welcome in. Neelak the Glazer. Carrick the Glazer. I treasure my freedom. Wow, this is another big migrant wave. Liler is curious. Well, enjoy the goblin corpses. Reargo the legendary miner. And a rabbit. And Solku the Weaver. Legendary Weaver. Oh my goodness. We're starting to acquire quite a bit of skill here. Igerna? Igerna. You're from the Frosty Buckling. I don't know if I recognize your name, though. 93 years old. And then a ram. But you're the pet of someone. Alkerty is a siege engineer. That's interesting. You have a black mamba pet. That's good, I guess. There's a black mamba. Irsad the Milker. Not our Irsad, different Irsad, but also from same fortress though. Normal? Man, this is a big wave. Sisa, fishery worker, good luck. Okay. What year is it for the colony? This is year like 18. We're year 61 in gameplay, right? We world gen up to 100. We've been playing in this world for 61 years. And we're approaching like year 20 for this fortress. And what happened was there's a bug that I don't fully understand that messed up the relationship between us and our home civilization. It's called the Civil War bug. It's not like technically a civil war because the game isn't like saying, "Oh, you're at civil war with your civ." It's just that's what they call it. But it meant that our home civilization wasn't sending us caravans. We went about, I think it was 16 years. I think we went the first 16 years without a single caravan from our home civilization, the kobolds. Like we were getting elves and humans and dwarves, but not kobolds. And then I ran there's a DF hack fix, right? I don't think there's anything else I need to. Oh, I need to take my siege engines off of. Just I want them to stand ready, right? Load but not manned. Penguins. I would actually kind of like to catch some of these penguins. I used DF hack to fix the bug, and then immediately in the maybe 2 or 3 years since, we've been getting a whole bunch of migrants. Because we weren't getting migrants either. We weren't getting migrants or caravans. Now we've got a bunch of migrants. We went from 30 something to 112 in like maybe 2 or 3 years. And we've been promoted twice. So we are now a realm. We are a realm. We have a worm in charge of our fortress here. And we're down here in this corner. This is us down here. We have 6 holdings. We have 6 holdings up here just off of the ice sheet. And that has legitimately never happened to me before. So things have been picking up quite quickly here. With that many new migrants, I think the next step is going to be making bedrooms. In theory, this is going to be continuing. I think we still have porcelain bricks being made. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think we have. We've been making porcelain bricks. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, follower goal. 420. Congratulations on being my 420th follower. We've been digging out the kaolinite, right? Okay, so we have plenty now. We're digging out the kaolinite. We are hoping not to flood too much more. This has just been what we've been dealing with this whole time. Yeah, okay, we have a bunch of kaolinite. So I'm gonna put in another clay brick. I want to do like 50 clay bricks. And they're just gonna work on that. That's normal, seem chill and play a great game. I do my best to be chill. Chill is my primary focus. As others will attest to. Or will hopefully attest to. He snooped it. You're like a black mamba. This stupid aquifer. We're gonna have to deal with this too. But that might be the top. Is that gonna be the top? Maybe we just do this. Is this? I want priority 1. And then like this. I think it's gonna be like this. And then all of this. Ugh. Okay. We'll let them work on that, and then we will find more space for bedrooms. We have 2 clusters here. We have 2 clusters here. 2 clusters here. 1 cluster here. And then that's the bottom. I mean, I could put another over here, but that's gonna be like That's all gonna also be aquifer. That's also gonna be aquifer. So we could put like a third one. I like to spread them out. I want to keep them spread out. This fortress has been pretty compact though. Honestly. We could make them a bit closer upstairs. Is that what I want to do? Or maybe like we start, because like this is the way that we go up to our ice palace up here. And like this is our squad. This is for the militia. But I told you to keep loaded. Yeah, keep loaded, but not just stand ready. So you're loading. Perfect. Okay. Ice baby. This is. I am loving this. Coming here was pretty arbitrary, but I think it was the right decision. This is a joyous wild glacier. Just so you know. I think what's gonna happen, I think we're gonna take this and have it come across like this. And just loop around both ways. I think that's cool. Oh, and then of course it all needs to be damp dig. I could do bedrooms up here. I could do bedrooms down here. These rooms are just nothing now. Almost tempted to have the hallway just come like through here. This is like where we start. This is our starting setup. This is where we just got underground in our initial tavern and such. We could also do, I mean, they're going to end up being close to another cluster because there's just not that many other places to go, is there? Could also do back here. Can I make this make sense? I mean, that's not that bad, right? Interesting structure. I love it so much. So we're playing as kobolds, right? My philosophy has been kobolds don't do squares. So we've just been doing it like this. And the DF hack tool just makes it so easy. I think we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna put bedrooms here, because this is like our nobles' quarters. This is like our administration offices. This is our actual noble person. This is like our clan leader. So I think I'm just gonna go in here, and this will help us get rid of some of that nonsense as well. So some little bedroom type deals, or maybe I even want this to come in this way, and then this is gonna go like that, and then like that, and like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can go there. Or nope, like this. And then this is just gonna go like that, right? And then like this. And then like that. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I want, or I even want like this, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cluster of 10. And then I think I probably want another one as well, don't I? Right, turn on damp dig for all that. And I might do another one just right down here. Hello, Lanix, how's it going? We just dealt with a goblin siege. It went very well. It went very well. I'm very happy with the bolt throwers, I gotta say. Those are pretty neat. Maybe just up here. Maybe we're just going up here. So I'm gonna say that this hallway continues over like this. It's gonna help us get rid of some of that aquifer, I think. And then we're just gonna go like this, I guess. 3, 4, 5. Right, and then this is gonna come back down like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this hallway will just continue along. Maybe it goes like this. I don't have any idea what's going to go over here, but I like to just leave space for the hallways to expand. There we go. Okay, that's plenty of work for our miners. We also got another legendary miner. We have 3 legendary miners and a high master miner. That is so good. We have a legendary cook. Been working on making nice meals. We have an expert siege operator now. That's pretty great. We have legendary gem cutters. We have someone working on animal training, legendary armor smith, and 1 legendary weaponsmith. I think that's what we're doing. And then I want this to drain. Honestly, it could just drain right down into here, right? That's kind of what we were doing on purpose. Maybe I'll just do that. Making cheese. Okay, now we have a lot of stuff going on. Now we're back down to 50 frames, aren't we? Wow. We're doing pretty good for a while. They're dealing with all the garbage up here. Gonna have a lot of nice copper stuff to melt down. Not that we need more copper. Hello, penguins. I would kind of like to catch some giant penguins. They haven't seemed to have wandered into our cages yet. Like we tossed a bunch of cages down here. Are you gonna like wander in? Excuse me? You just gonna... Okay, well, welcome in. Never seen someone just sort of ignore the aquifers. Seems to be working well. I mean, I haven't been ignoring it. I've been slowly dealing with it. There's drains. We've been draining, is what we've been doing. But it just gets out of hand. James May spawns in. Cheese! We have so much cheese. We have We have too many llamas. We have too many llamas down in the caves. And we're spinning thread, but we also have like llama cheese. At all times. At all times. Don't scare them away. I want them to come in. We have... cage traps are way down here. They're never gonna get that close. What are you doing? Can I just tell someone to go catch them? We have animal traps. Catch a live land animal. Can you just go out and catch me a penguin? Can you just go grab a penguin and shove it into a cage? I would love that. I grabbed an animal trap. What kind of spitting giraffe mitosis is that? We had giraffes in our other fortress. Or do you... Okay, that was strange. I don't know what that was. How many are there? How many penguins? There were several penguins. I'm really curious. And now what? I don't understand what these detours are for. Because this doesn't connect up. Like, where are you going? Llamas? Oh, we have too many llamas. Too many llamas. Or are you hunting? Are you looking for an animal? You don't know where the animals are. Or is catch live land animal just the vermin? I thought there was... Is there not like a separate... Yeah, okay. You're gonna go try catch a... Looking for vermin. Yeah, okay. And I could hunt, but I don't want to hunt. I kind of want... It'd be cool to breed them. Giant penguins are actually worth quite a bit as far as their material value goes. It'd be cool to have a breeding pair. To go along with our breeding pair of giant polar bears. I'm eagerly awaiting for this to bear fruit. Well, I guess, ow. I guess that in that case, I don't really care about this. Llamas, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and some change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like 140. Something like that. Too many. Too many, honestly. They're just... Huh. I mean... I could probably set up some cages real quick and then disassemble them when we're done. Depending on how many people are standing around, which might not be very many. Just do these real quick. And this sequel for March of the Penguins is kind of funny. It's interesting that they have their like little pod behavior, right? So the fact that one has wandered down here means that they're all just gonna wander down here. That's so silly. That's so silly. Are there even any left up here? They're just all down there. I could just close the door. Oh, there's one up here. This one's getting lost. I'm just gonna close this door. And at the very least, they're just all gonna be stuck in here. Cause like, to get out the trade depot, they'd have to go over more cages. And to get into our fortress, they'd have to go over more cages. I guess they could go up like into the dining hall. And they're not aggressive. They're just like, they're just here. Yeah, now load them up. Are penguins grazers? There's no way they're grazers. They eat meat, don't they? Giant penguin. Oh, they don't have a multiplier. I thought they had a multiplier. Well, it'd still be pretty... not bad. Respectable amount of food and bones would butchered. The idea of breeding them for meat industry is an attractive one, but they only lay 2 eggs at a time. And take 2 years to reach adult size. Maybe we'll just train them and make them pets. Fish, yeah. Too bad we don't have any fish here. We have not been fishing. What are you doing? Cleaning? Cleaning what? Cleaning my ice? Okay. Oh, they're breaching. Just need some cages in here. Please tell me I have cages, right? Here's a mechanism. I might just need to make some more cages. Let's just make 10 copper cages. Oh, we have our were creature down there. We have some caged yetis. We have a crundle. Are you stuck here? We somehow made it so that like this is the only tile that people can enter our cave on. Completely by accident. I'm tempted to say... I'm tempted to like build a platform out here. In fact, let's do that. 'Cause we haven't had a single forgotten beast, for instance. Which in general is fine. I'm okay with that, but... I kind of want our caves to be a little active, right? I think we've earned some activity at this point. I think I'm just gonna go like this. And it's going to be a minute before anyone comes down here to do that. Guess we could do here too. Let's build a platform along here. Should also chop down some trees while we're in here. Because why not? And nether cap is so good. We're going to limit us to like, I forget what we agreed with the elves. Does it even say anywhere? I don't think it's gonna tell us, but I think it was like 8 or 9 or something. Just gonna do that. Chop down a handful of nether cap. And then I guess I should pick someone to do it. I can't just say everybody. You. Why not? Linux doesn't seem to run properly. Windows version plus wine time. I don't have any experience with the Linux version directly. I know other people do it. I want to say Blind is on the Linux version. I know that Blind just ditched Windows not too long ago. So I don't think he's running it through wine, but I don't know. The elf inspector won't check the caves. I think we're good to chop as much as we want down here. Really? I feel like I've gotten in trouble for chopping down cave trees. It'd be extra funny if that was the case, though, because trees don't grow on the surface here at all. Like, and never have. So I'm just gonna do like a little platform out here. I was mostly joking, that's fair. I mean, you can never tell with this game, right? No access, we're gonna have to wait for them to build all that. And then floor. Go like this. Use some of our jet. And I'm gonna wait for them to do that. Okay. Hydrate? I can hydrate. I have my tea here. I have water too, but I also like tea. Masterpiece prepared reindeer heart roast. That sounds pretty good. We're also getting plenty of damp stuff. Right, because I didn't designate this as wet. It's definitely wet. Right, this should all be set now. And all of this, ugh. I'm smoothing them as I find them, but every time I dig out a layer, it's just leaking from the ceiling. The rest of this seems fine. It's like this one's fine. We're fine here. Slowly becoming fine here. Right, and then then this. This is below our drain. I made a big drain here, but this is below. There's a little drain, but it's also, there's not that much water in here. I wonder where we're leaking from, though. Aside from everywhere. I guess probably got to the edge here. Yeah, so let's smooth here. That's already draining. That's draining. Okay. Oh, but this one, so I had to have this one locked before because this one was like dangerous. So this is no longer dangerous. Leaking Park, no joke. No joke. Hey, now it's summer. Maybe we could get another Goblin Siege. Maybe they're just gonna come hot and fast now. $112. Wow. I did not think that this fortress would get this far. Well, if you're just gonna come do this now, I'll wait for you to finish, and then we'll do our drain here. Pull out dad jokes pretty often. I like dad jokes. I'm all here for the puns. Don't be surprised if I groan, but I appreciate them. We're cutting gems. The polar bear has reverted, but that's one of the normal polar bears, which I somehow still don't have a breeding pair for. Storlet has become a polar bear man axe lord. What's today's sponsor? A polar bear person. Waving hello to all the goblins coming in. That's what today's sponsor is. What was I just gonna do? Oh, squad equipment. I want to keep an eye on their equipment. Because, like, what is... Do I not have gloves? I probably haven't made polar bear man-sized gloves. We'll do cloth gloves, because I know that we've been using a lot of our wool, but we have a lot of plant cloth around now as well. So we're just going to do cloth glove sized for polar bear man. Raid Goblin Legends. I want to see... I wish I could see if they were pregnant. I want it to happen. I want to domesticate the giant polar bears. Really, most of all. And look, it's all clean up here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we just cleaned up. And you're just locked outside. And then you are... Did we catch some? Where'd the rest go? Where'd the rest go? Oh, we caught a bunch. We have a bunch of them caught. Okay, great. Great, great, great. So that's a male one. That's a male one. Still all sorts of water here. That's a male one. That's a male one. Excellent. Okay. There's a female. Okay, cool. I would like to catch them all, yes. Loading up another cage. They're just gonna like slowly filter in here. I wonder... So this is gonna be the only one we don't catch. And it's another male, so I don't know that I even care. Feels like a streamer's name. That'd be funny. Hey, look. Oh my gosh. These are all exceptional ore masterwork copper bolts. That's pretty cool. You're all loaded up, loaded up, loaded up, loaded up. I didn't realize I could have more than 100. That's pretty cool. Oh man, look at that. Just getting a bunch of free ammo from our goblins too. Not to mention, some of this is probably stuff that we fired, right? Some of these are probably copper bolts that we fired, didn't hit anything, and then we can reclaim. So I don't think they just always go away. I'm sure we didn't get all of them back, but... Hey, and we got a roof here. Okay. That is fantastic. So this is going to be our little temple, right? We're going to get rid of our little hatches now that this is an indoor area. And we're going to engrave it. Heck yeah. Welcome in, bootlegger. We've already fought off our first goblin siege. Do I still have a bunch of ice? I have a little bit of ice left. Though actually I don't need ice, do I? I already have these walls done. I just need roofs on these. Oh goodness. I just need roofs here. Which we're gonna be working on porcelain bricks for a little while. Yeah, I'm gonna let them do that, and then we're gonna put roofs on our other little dining halls. There's some goblin teeth up here. There's goblin teeth on our roof. Oh, I love that. I actually really love that. Your forts are pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really happy with this one. We're working on catching penguins. We had a whole squad of giant penguins just kind of wander in. So we're just slowly trapping them. We're gonna end up with a zoo. The fact that we have polar bears and penguins makes me quite happy. What do I do with them? So I kind of assumed the fact that they were giant would mean that they had like a material multiplier for their meat and such, but it appears that they don't. So like a single unit of giant penguin meat isn't any better than a unit of llama meat as far as making a meal goes. But they have a pet value of 100. Which is not bad. I wonder how that compares. List of creatures by pet value. Love the sentences we make around Dwarf Fortress happenings. I agree. I absolutely agree. Why do honeybees have a pet value? There's no way you could have a pet honeybee. Right? It has a pet value of 1. Is literally the lowest value pet. But this is implying that you could have a single pet honeybee. Well, like all the common things are like 10 and 20. The black mamba is 50. So what was a giant penguin? 500? They're pretty valuable pets. These are pretty valuable pets. Kangaroo is 100. Leopard is 100. Sheeps and pigs are 100. Cod? You a pet cod? Okay. Befriended a mantis once? That's amazing. That's fantastic. What do I have an alert? Oh, human caravan. Okay. Cool. But there are 14,000 of them. Do beekeepers win? But they don't make them pets. They just get stung by them occasionally. I've never seen anyone take a bee as a pet. A great barracuda? It's not a giant barracuda, it's a great barracuda. Okay, well that's irrelevant to here. Green devourer? Magma crabs are also worth 200. I would really love to catch a magma crab. Yaks are 200, cows are 300, hippos are 400. Chimpanzees are 500. So, and like giant bobcats and giant beavers and giant barn owls, these are all 500. So it seems like most giant animals are worth 500. TIL. Yeah, wow. Basically all 500. And then like above 500 is not a whole lot, right? Well, giant bat, a normal cave crocodile is 750. An orca? Oh my gosh. I've never seen an orca in this game. Gigantic panda is 1,000. Is that different from a giant panda? Gigantic panda. Oh my god, it's huge. Oh my god, it's huge. Wow, I want one. I want one. The face. Oh, the face gets me. The face gets me. If someone took a dragon as a pet, it would be worth 10,000. Same as a cave dragon. Cave dragons and dragons have the same pet value. That's interesting. We have cave dragons. We have plenty of cave dragons. 13,000? Is there something named in here? Forgotten beast bone ring. I don't wonder where that bone came from. Oh yeah, here you are. 10,000. This is a bracelet. I thought I assigned that to be like someone's thing. But is it not? See, I'm wondering, so like I swear I assigned a symbol to our Baron equivalent, and then we got promoted. I wonder if it's still just assigned to the Baron, and now I can't assign it to anyone else. I wonder how that works. A clan leader still has a crown. I can give the tactician this bracelet, or the bracelet. I feel like I assigned the bracelet to someone too. I feel like I assigned that bracelet to someone. So I guess it's gonna have to go on display downstairs. Right, I wanna go down to bracelets, that one. And then we're going to bring our bins. Both of these bins. And request our trader. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend greetings to your people. There's much to share. What are we asking for now? Oh, we're asking for food. We're asking for ingredients now. I want to go to meat. Select by value, and you don't have good meat. And fish all seems to be worth the same. So maybe we just ask for, like, the plants and stuff. We'll ask for meat from the people who have good meat. Eggs. These are all the same value. I wish you could trade for eggs that would then hatch. I wish like there was a little, I want there to be like a little incubator item that I can put an egg into, like go from a nest box and put it into an incubator, and then I could trade the incubator, or someone else could trade me an incubator, and then I could take out the egg and put it in a nest box and hatch it. So that I could just trade, I could ask the humans to bring me an albatross egg, and I could hatch an albatross. That would be sick. I would really love that. I'm saying that out loud so that someone does it. I feel like that's a moddable thing these days, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're just gonna say that. Fish and sheet. Press planting slurry needs 150 glob. So that job is down here. Right? I mean, we have glob laced with water. Interesting. Interesting. And you are currently mashing, so that should be fine. We'll just let that go. Sadler has been re-elected. Okay, that's all fine. Oh, and then all this. Hey, look, it's water. Hey, look, it's water. At least we're draining here, right? We won't flood. We won't fully flood. We do need to smooth this though. I guess this is bedroom, right? So we're just gonna like properly smooth. Sheet. The humans want sheet. And then up here, same kind of deal. We clearly need to smooth all of this. All of this. And then I guess I'm gonna stop here. I think we're gonna like chop this out. This is just gonna be a random room. with 1,000 dorks. Oh, it's like, it's clipping all weird. And a good lurk. There you go. I'm just gonna go like this. That's gonna be like a, I don't know, maybe a guild hall of some kind. Right. That'll just make this less wet. Who knows what if we'll even ever use that. I guess I do want to do a good bit of guild halls at some point, but priorities. But item on display lost or just, oh, is that because we took it up to there? Or no, it's there. It's right there. There's the artifact. Look at this. Just instantly engraved. I love it. Okay, the humans have some gems, which we don't need. Rough gems is slightly more tempting, but that's just a bunch of glass. So whatever. You have logs. Might grab the logs. Some instruments, which is not a bad idea. We already have so many, though. A worm cage? A cage with a worm? On capybaras. Do we want a breeding pair of capybaras? Billy goat. A bunch of barrels. A bunch of picks. Did you bring me any food? Wow, you brought a lot of everything. How do you even have room for this much stuff? We could even ask for bolts. That's expensive, though. It's an expensive way to get bolts. And then large gems. Goodness. See, like, you do have giraffe. I do want, like, the giraffe stuff. Yeah, prepared giraffe spleen. That's good. Giraffe kidney. Giraffe liver. Lion spleen. Giraffe spleen. Giraffe sweetbread. Like, that's the good stuff. This is what I want. This is what we're making meals out of. Lion tripe. Giraffe kidney. Giraffe tripe. Giraffe brain. Giraffe heart. Giraffe lung. Giraffe kidney. Giraffe sweetbread. Wow. Giraffe intestines. Delicious. We're just getting a lot of giraffe here. We're gonna be feasting on giraffe. Giraffe lung, llama cheese. You know, normal kobold stuff. Okay, clearly you brought a ton. We could probably ask for some fish. I'm tempted to ask for like plants and stuff, though that's a lot as well. If I do this, right? So we can get that much. Artichoke hearts? Maybe I'll just do a couple of these. Yeah. Let's just do that. Yes. Oh, and then there was whatever. Whatever. I think we're good. It's just the one penguin. Did we catch all of these? I think we caught all but the one penguin. We caught all but the one penguin. That is so good. That is so excellent. Okay. I'm gonna open this gate back up again. I'm tempted to disassemble those cages even. Because if we get invaders, I'd rather kill them than cage them. So we're just gonna get rid of these. And then our little... So this is gonna be a temple. I want some chests, right? Go like this. I have a bunch of jet coffers for exactly this reason. And then I'm gonna do some of these instruments. We got all these nice stand-up instruments. And then there's gonna be a new, yeah, there's gonna be a new one. Or no, I'm gonna say, so currently our temple to no specific deity is down here called the Blind Wish. I think it's basically just gonna get moved up here. So we're gonna go like this. It's going to be added to the Blind Wish. And then I'm gonna go down here and just remove the zone. Right? I'm even going to disassemble these. I'd rather people be hanging out upstairs, because the stuff upstairs is going to be the nice stuff. Even like these tables, right? Can I just do this? No. I'm going to reclaim these tables, because I don't want people eating here, because this isn't going to be nice compared to what's upstairs now. I'd rather them eat in the nice places. These might all just become guild halls. I was thinking of doing guild halls on the surface with everything else. Maybe we do a couple up there. Look at our library. There's no one in here right now, but we do have 15 written objects and 50 writing materials. So that's pretty cool. So that means now this is the Blind Wish, right? Yeah. And this is a temple complex. It's worth 15 grand just right off the bat. Does this tell us a value? I wish the tavern told us a value too. But that's a pretty worthwhile temple, I gotta say. Or I guess this is gonna be for everyone. So now everyone can come here. So now maybe we'll start attracting some like profits and stuff. The other thing I want to do is make a couple little shrines for some specific deities. But I think I want to get the roofs on these first, which we're working on. Oh, native platinum. That sounds good. That's fine. We don't need to dig that right now. That is fine. This all got smoothed. Still have so much left to dig and everything. But this at least won't be leaking from the ceiling. So we're gonna toss in some beds. I think I have some beds. I need another door. Door. Cool. So now we have a miner and stone cutter. Oh, and then you didn't get a bed somehow. Glazer, you can be neighbors. Potter, weaver, fishery worker, butcher, woodburner, siege engineer, and then we have one more. Do I have any empty bedrooms? Aside from the 10 that I haven't made yet? Okay, so these are all occupied. All occupied, okay. Fair enough. And I think I have some furniture. Except I'm not going to have chests because I mostly just have the jet ones, which I'm saving for upstairs. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I need to do rock cabinet, rock coffer. Let's do 20 of each of those. Working on that. This poor indoor river. Really what we should do, should we do like an artificial indoor river to get power from? We don't have any power. Water at this location. It's gonna be a bit before I can actually place things in here. Smooth. Smooth operator, right? Not me. This hasn't felt very smooth. Okay, you're all just gonna keep draining, right? I mean, we're good over here. Mostly because it's going down. Or no, that's an up. Our down is over here. Like, this is gonna continue. Whatever, this will be less. This will be much less, I think. We need to start making, like, decorations. We were talking about, dangerous terrain. Oh, yeah. Talking about, like, silver statues, I think is what we're going to do. Because we have a fair bit of silver at this point, I think. Because we're getting it from our copper production. Yeah, we got 200 silver bars sitting around. silver seems like it goes nicely with the snow, right? And then is this... It's basically okay. There's still gonna be a little bit of leaking here. Not nearly what it would be otherwise. Look at our mood. Oh my goodness. I think we're getting a bunch of like free waterfall thoughts because of our aquifer madness. It's a lot of hematite. Random onyx cluster. That's cool. On our cave, we should go back to our cave. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's check up here. We chopped down some trees, I think. That where we were chopping? Where were we chopping? We were chopping over here. Yeah, okay. So we chopped down some trees. And we made some platforms. So we're gonna say floor. Let's just use our jet blocks. I'm just gonna do like this. Doop, 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 doop. I guess I can use some microcline. Why not? If you settle on a 4x4 or whatever square and you build a road from one end to the other, does that mean you're playing Dwarf Fortress Carcassonne or no? I think so. Though truly it would be like you would settle on a 4x4 and build a road, and then you settle on the adjacent 4x4 and build a road, and then you settle on the next 4x4 and like build a road manually across the continent. That would be Carcassonne. And take forever. And then you get nothing from it because the game wouldn't actually like process that as a road, right? I don't think the game would consider that to be like a highway the same way that the world gen highways are. So you'd actually get nothing from it, which makes it funnier. Hey, look! We're praying. We're meditating on nightmares. We're praying to Toulon. We're meditating on rivers. We're praying to the boats of paddling. Praise rivers. Can I get a praise rivers in chat? They're still humans, right? We traded with the humans. I don't care. Loads of Dwarf Fortress, uninstalls Dwarf Fortress. I want to look at our meals. I want to find do we have good meals in here yet? Praise rivers. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, look at them. Oh, you're eating in here. Good. That's what this is for. Okay, here's some porcelain bricks. I think we're gonna start working on our roofs here so I can stop worrying about them. Right, I need a little ramp. Let's do like a ramp like this, just so we can get up there. And then what I do here, like, I need to get up there first. At that big box 11 and all of last print, there's a new print run that started recently. Expansions that didn't come in the big box. Interesting. Yeah, I saw the picture of the big one. I've definitely never had a opportunity to have all the sets like that. Seems very satisfying. Having played like with 1 or 2 expansions before, having that many seems very nice. Right, so I'm gonna go like that, and then ramp here, and then just wall in the middle, right? Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. So then I'm just gonna do the planner. Porcelain, right? So we're just gonna go like this. Is this an ice ramp? This is a microclimate ramp, okay. You're still working on it. Yeah, you said it was so satisfying. Glad someone is amused by my antics. I am. We don't own Carcassonne. I mostly have a lot of fond memories of playing Carcassonne with someone else, and they were the one who owned it. But another game that we have a lot of that has a bunch of expansions is Ascension. And it's not quite as elegant to just mix them all in there, but we've definitely done like a how many expansions can we get in one game kind of a deal. To know that one? Oh, Ascension is fun. Ascension is a deck builder. And it's lovely. Can I even... Oh, it's gonna let me. Okay. And then I just want to do wall in the middle. Perfect. Always ask permission before ramming in expansions, yes. I mean, Ascension is fun. I quite enjoy Ascension if you're into that sort of thing. It's like a competitive, right? Like it's like Carcassonne. You're all kind of trying to build your own point values. Oh, look at them all. And but like you're building a deck, right? Like everyone starts with the same deck, and then you're drafting out of a common pool in the middle to try and make a deck that does something. Look at all those wagons. That's a lot of heckin' wagons. No matter, bleh. No wonder they had so much junk. They had like 5 wagons, and now we're getting more migrants. That's a lot. That's a lot of wagons. All right, siege. Seriously though, if you could do that successfully, I've tried to consolidate a few boxes and it gets bulky. I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. I don't think I need another alpaca. I think I'm good on alpacas. We're getting a high master armor smith. That's pretty cool. Accomplished weaver. Cow. Goodbye. A horse. Fine, we can have a horse. Zeiss, High Master Stonecrafter. Krika, the Siege Engineer. Another horse. High Master Ironsmith. Straight alpaca. We don't need more alpacas. Like we're good. No more room for alpacas. Pack? Pack is a shearer. And that's it. That was like 10. Wow. Are they breeding horses? Well, we have a foal. So that's a female. And then we have a female adult. I don't know if we have another... Nope, that's all our horses. So no, we do not. Oh, but speaking of breeding pairs, we have penguins. Oh, we have penguins. Still haven't had a birth of a giant polar bear yet. Seems the siege was dispatched well. The siege went so well. The siege went flawlessly. Absolutely flawless. What are all these wagons doing here? We're opening up a car lot. It's a car. It's like a wagon, but with but more of them. Yeah, we got, there was a squad of giant penguins that kind of wandered onto the map. And then they wandered into our fortress, and then they wandered into our traps. So now we have giant penguins. How do we deal with them? And they're like... Can you reshape goblin armor? No, you cannot. You can melt it down and they would make something new with the metal. But we're also fine on copper. Like, they brought a bunch of copper stuff, right? Penguins. We also have these yetis. Do we make like a little... I want to make like a little zoo, but they wouldn't... Like, they don't... Put that copper in the walls. Oh, that's true. We haven't, like, reinforced any walls yet. That's the thing we haven't done. Zoo is a thing. Okay. Zoo is a meeting hall to find around a built cage or restraint that is not designated for justice. Zoos can be assigned to specific dwarves or left unassigned for communal enjoyment. An unassigned zoo seems to function like a regular meeting hall where idle dwarves will congregate. Dwarves may receive positive emotions from admiring the zoo's restraints, cages, and any preferred creatures that may consider them tastefully arranged like furniture or sculpture gardens. Caged grazing animals will eventually get hungry if not fed. Blah, blah, blah. Although filling your zoo with your fortress's prisoners seems very dwarfy, a mix of regular animals is more likely to match your dwarf's preferences. A zoo can even function without animals, so the likelihood of positive emotions will be reduced. Oh, for copper wires for electricity. We're not quite that advanced yet. Gonna have to get some kobolds running on the treadmill before we get some electricity going. 7-stream streak. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's do this. So we can make like terrariums, right? That's just the glass version? Yeah. Do we have sand? That's a question. We do have sand, right? We're on a beach. We have access to sand. We have access to sand. Just a tiny bit here, but that's literally all you need. I could make like some green glass terrariums and put a bunch of penguins in them. Or I could make like silver cages. What if I made silver cages and put a bunch of I mean, penguins are so docile, I want to put them on ropes. What if I do like some nice silk ropes? I got some ropes. Not very nice ropes. Ropes, the only downside is that ropes are gonna have like a lower value, right? Well, it's 140. It's inside a thing. There's like a cage. Copper cage is worth less. So maybe. So I have some silk cloth. I have a little bit of silk cloth. Maybe we'll gather some more and see if we can get some nice silk ropes and attach our penguins into a little zoo. We're gonna make a surface zoo. Why not? Why not? We're gonna make a surface zoo. Another little igloo, an igloo. We're gonna make an igloo. Which means we're gonna need more porcelain, right? So I want to restrict who is doing clothing. cloth bolts. This is going to be... weaving? No, just clothes making. Well, maybe weaving too, because weaving has a quality, right? I don't think spinning does. Cloth has a quality value. Dwarves with high skill will make higher quality cloth, but I don't think that like spinning is the same thing. Yeah, I don't think thread has quality. But we could also check that, right? So I think it's just going to be that. If I look at thread, yeah, thread doesn't have quality. So anyone can spin. It's all our Yeti hair thread. Yeah, okay, so anyone can spin thread. I'm tempted to maybe we should make like a guild hall, like a sieger guild hall. Get some of that skill spread around. We have legendary weaver, grandmaster weaver, legendary weaver, legendary weaver. But like the clothers, do we not have a good clother? Maybe these are gonna be two different things. I can barely talk today. We're gonna have weave bolds. And we're gonna have cloth bolds. And then this is clothes making. So we have 3 legendary weavers. One of them is even our worm. Wow, okay. Well, that'll keep you busy. So we're gonna say our 3 legendary weavers are gonna be the only ones who can weave cloth. Even our grandmaster, I think that's probably fine. And then our cloth makers are going to be like these ones. This did not happen before. The icons getting all duplicated over here did not used to happen. A worm who weaves sounds very cute. True. True. Weaving circle, yes. Okay, so I think that's gonna be all of that. I think this all makes sense. I think even a High Master Armor Smith would be fine. I think that all makes sense still. So, I'm gonna go back up to here. Our cave is still open. So I'm gonna give an order to collect webs for a small pile of silk. So I'm gonna say collect webs. I'm just gonna say like, I don't know, maybe 20 times. And then we're going to spin, or how do we make silk? Right, we're gonna collect the web and then that automatically spins it, right? Is that how that works? How do I... Cloth is so weird sometimes. Weave thread into silk. That's what I want. I want to weave thread into silk 20 times, and then I want to make silk rope. Do that like 10 times. Cool. And then the other part of that is to go here to our penguins and say they get trained. Train the penguins. Perfect. Like even the Yetis, I might put the Yetis in cages. I'm not worried about the penguins because they seem so docile. But we'll see if we regret that. It'd be hilarious if we regret that. This is draining, so that seems good. Ty has created Shikza Arska, a conglomerate Sioux. Another, that's like our 4th legendary instrument. That's fantastic. I'm very happy about that. Just toss down some beds. Toss down some doors. These are all gonna be bedrooms. Gonna have to find more. Gonna have to make more already, I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, this actually seems fine. But like, we will need more as soon as more people show up. Just saying concert hall. I mean, that's basically what the stuff upstairs is. Like the tavern. Just has a bunch of instruments in it. I'd love to see people in here playing it. I don't think I've ever noticed anyone playing an installed instrument, if I'm being honest. But like there's instruments in here. There were instruments in here. I'd like to put them all in like one bin. Yeah. Like there's so much stuff in here. There should be some in here too. You have your 5 instruments. You have 20 instruments, and then I guess there's none in here, but that makes sense. They're slowly working on all that. Oh, and then I guess they can... This is fine. I'm going to assume that the instrument is going to end up in here at some point, or in one of our places. Hello, lurker. Howdy, howdy. I love my lurkers. I don't know if I say that there should be more instruments in there. I don't think the Sioux is one that can be installed. No. We now know a few facts about giant penguin training. Okay, so I want to make another building, right? So I'm gonna harvest some of my ice. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do, so we got a siege, right? I'm gonna assume that we're gonna get more sieges. I guess I'm not too worried because we obliterated that siege. That was a flawless siege. But I would kind of like to keep a mind toward continuing to increase our defensibility. So we have our tower here, right? And this was fantastic. This annihilated. This was so good. And I don't think I need to do like the whole thing again. I don't think it needs to go up into the air so much. I don't even think it needs to be covering all 4 directions. But I'm wondering if what if I had like a little pillbox that just like covered like maybe up and down in this way. And make maybe another pillbox like over here that covered these ways and this way. So that as goblins come into the center of our construction here, then they just start like getting ambushed from behind by bolt throwers. I think that would be very bad for some goblins. So I think I'm going to save this spot here for a little pillbox, and then this spot, like maybe right here, so it has a full range of view. Up here for a pillbox. And then I want the area around this is going to turn into little shrines, so I don't want to get too close to here. I guess I don't want to close up this space either, so maybe the shrines just go like around this way, and we leave this open. Because we do still want to have room for caravans to get in here, right? Like they can fit through this gap here. We need to leave at least 3. We need to leave at least a gap of 3 for wagons to fit through here. So then maybe we have like a zoo down here. Or over here. Or even like here. It's definitely not going to be like this big, right? I think maybe something this size would be appropriate. Just put half a dozen giant penguins in there, right? So maybe it goes over here. Let's do like this. I'm gonna go into my building planner. This is going to be microcline blocks. And I'm gonna make a circle. Oops. Right, I mean, it could probably even be, well, I do like having a center, right? So maybe that big. Maybe we toss it here. Is that a good spot for a little zoo? A little glacial zoo? Or we go like down here, but if they're the same size, I don't want to put them close to each other. Could also put it like, it could be a little alcove coming off of the dining hall. So we could, I mean, there's no reason we have to go down into the ice sheet for every single one of these buildings, right? We could just have this be, but it's funny to not do it there. Oh, maybe it's like this. Maybe we just toss it down there. I think I like that. No, I need to build floor. So that's gonna be the footprint of our zoo. And then I'm gonna do kind of the same thing with just a couple little defensive structures, right? So if I have, it's gonna be covering like this range, right? So I want a bolt thrower in these 3 directions. Could I just do that? Oh, that's too small. I think like this. Exact opposite problem from penguins in Texas. Penguins in Texas would also be quite large. Have to imagine. So I think what's going to happen is we'll have a bolt thrower in the middle of each of these, and then they'd still be able to like pivot around, right? So like if they're like down here, they're going to have 3 bolt throwers pointed at them. That's ultimately what I want. So I'm going to do this. And then my other one's going to be like over here, right? Enough room for wagons to get around. But also like having line of sight on our entrance here makes sense to me. Yeah. I think we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna not do this outside edge. And then these will need to be accessible from below. So instead of this middle bit, we're gonna have stairs. And then I want them accessible from like way down here. These hallways won't collide with the other, the civilian paths. Right? So then you can only get there from like inside the fortress, right? I don't want to connect this to anything. And then we'll carve all this out because this just gives us more free ice. This system works. Just do something like that. I'll redo that. And then this is just gonna come around in a big arc. And then I'm gonna not have them fully connect quite yet. So I want stair down to here. Stair down to here. I'm gonna go into blueprint mode. It's not what I meant. Do like this, yep. And then like this. So that will keep them separated while we're working on them. On the same thing here, I guess. So we need to have, we're going to have our stairs down. But this one just goes to here. And same kind of thing. We do like a little donut, right? I want this to be hollow. Something like this, maybe? Similar to that. Yeah, I think that works. And dig that. And then this just goes like this. This won't be very curvy, but that's fine. Hello, Byzantios! I caught one of your streams. Hooray! Welcome in! Welcome in! We defeated some goblins today. Kind of waiting to see if we get some more goblins, honestly. I've been stuck in ads. Oh, sorry about that. Well, once you're done with the pre-rolls, you'll be done. Hi, welcome in. It's pre-rolls only. Sorry about that. We're building up a storm here. Got a nice big tavern. We got our library going. We have our temple going. I hope they're getting some nice, good meals in here. Just forgot to wait before chatting. It's all good. I know how it be. We're working on this roof. I'm hoping that I want to check in on our kilns and such. Cause like we got a bunch of clay stones here. They're slowly working on it. I am the storm that is approaching. Is it a snowstorm? All the snowstorms make them grumpy. We are so grumpy with the snowstorms. Is everyone? I bet you everyone's working at this point. I've given everyone a lot of jobs. Yeah, okay. We're gonna let them work. We're gonna let them cook. We're doing stuff down here, so we're collecting webs down here, right? Yeah, we're collecting webs. Gonna make some nice ropes for our giant penguin zoo. These are going, but it's gonna be one at a time, so that's fine. We'll see if we can end up getting anyone to pop up. Oh, there's like a little vault there. Oh. Way out in the middle of the water. That's convenient. Oh, that one's much closer. Let's do this. Let's do... like one of these. Microcline is fine. Need silk cloth. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. Wow, look at that. It's nice to have just a bunch of microclines sitting around. So I'm gonna make ice fortifications? Is that what I'm gonna do here? It's kind of a fun idea. Yeah, I got a bunch more ice here. Let's do like this. Let's construct fortifications out of ice. And then the backside is gonna be enclosed. Oh, that's pretty. Look how pretty that is. And then that's just gonna be a wall. Why does the fortification look so much cooler? It's the same material. It's kind of funny. So then we're gonna get three little bolt throwers in there. And then same thing up here. Right, that's the same. Same? Yeah. Those will be dangerous. Where is the cat bed in relation to me? It is right here. Directly over my second monitor. I'm of the mind that the Night's Watch would have been self-sustaining if they had carved out wide, smooth lanes out of the top of their wall and slid goods across the wall to their seaport. That would have been... that's interesting. An aqueduct for trade goods? I think that's a very kobold idea. I think. It doesn't show up on I've awoken her. It doesn't always show up on stream very well, but especially this one, she will be sitting on the desk, like right in front of me, right in front of my main monitor, and she will fully leap over my second monitor and just land in the cat cam. Like if you see her just kind of like the cat cam turns on and she just kind of plops in there from above, it seems like, it's because she jumped over my monitor. It's the one of the bolt on the table kind. It's not, unfortunately. It was like maybe 2 streams ago. She was jumping up from below, and like pulled it off. It made for a dramatic moment. It should be fastened, honestly. I mostly just keep an eye on it, so when she jumps into it a little too aggressively, she'll scoot it like an inch, and I'll kind of like scoot it back on. But no, it probably should be bolted down. Polar Bear Man Stonecrafter has grown attached to an iron shield. We're still working on all that. That's all good. Making masterpieces out here. Speaking of kitties, gotta go feed my abbeys. Oh, good idea. These ones will get fed right after stream. Where's the other one? The other one's been suspiciously quiet, gotta say. We're gonna put an ice wall around this while we can. I think we have quite a bit of ice. It's interesting that the roof is turning out to be the real holdup. So peaceful. It is autumn. We didn't get a siege that season. I wonder how, like, the max frequency of sieges is. So peaceful, so large. She's gotten quite chunky. She's been stealing kitten food. Is what's been going on with her. Oh, we weaved all that silk. Oh, we have to dye it. We have to dye the silk before we can actually turn it into anything. So I'm going to dye cloth. But I can't specify the kind of cloth. And I'm out of dye. I think we used all the dye. That's the thing. I guess I can, well, if I'm trying to make them nice, then I do want to dye them, don't I? Oh, but there you go. Do we have dye? Where are you getting dye from? Where... Milk store dye. Where are you getting dye from? Getting dye from here. I see. I don't want it here. Milled plant. Dimple dye. Yeah, I don't want dimple dye to be here. I want it to be down there. I thought I said in here? Or would I... This is for the thread and cloth itself. This is for leather. This is for dye. Yeah. And bags. Yeah. It should end up in here, shouldn't it? Well, you were dyeing some silk cloth for us anyway. Exceptional silk cloth. The bag has quality. The dimple dye itself does not. Oh, that's a new, look, there's a new graphic for the dye. Holy cow. Look at this. Exceptional cave spider silk cloth. Dyed midnight blue with dimple dye. And then someone's gonna go make a rope out of it. Get a siege after today's update yet? Yes. We had a siege at the very beginning of the stream. We have not yet had a second siege. And the siege that we had today was spawned previously. It was like it showed up right at the end of our previous stream. So it was not created after today's update, if that makes sense. We're any minute now though, I think. We didn't get one last season. I expect we're gonna get more though. And when yes, what about second siege? Yeah, no joke. 99 I didn't even try to pronounce your name. Karak 13. Is that what's going on there? Yeah, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do this. I'm not a full-time streamer. I try to do three streams a week, Monday, Thursday, Saturday. We'll be skipping this Thursday for Turkey Day. But otherwise, I like my dwarves, like my kobolds. I'll be here. I think we made our furniture. Yeah, conglomerate coffers. Conglomerate coffers for everyone. Okay, and then down here, you're all sleeping in your bedrooms. Look at that. And then toss in cabinets. You all got cabinets? I think you all got cabinets. Okay, cool. The dwarves are here. Just go for Kuro. Okay, sounds good. Oh, I like how these look. I'm digging that. And then this all just got done. My goodness. So now we're just waiting on porcelain for like more stuff. Can I prioritize that somehow? I could make more kilns. To make another pair of kilns. But it's like the holdup is people, right? Like clearly there's a lot of but there's some people standing around. There's a lot of socializing happening. Maybe I'm just gonna put in another clay brick job. I'm gonna say do another 50. Let them chip away at it. And then I think I want another pair of kilns. Which I'm gonna put here. And then who knows how far we have to go down for our magma carts. Quite far. Goodness. It's almost time to do another round of magma cart. There we go. And then you are just... You're not naked. You are shirtless, though. For no reason. What about post-siege? Raids, skulking thieves, dog fighting dangerous beast, forgotten beast, clowns? Clowns are gonna have to wait for a bit. Let's diplomacy. Such a pleasant place you've carved out for yourselves. I agree. I'm gonna do another route. It's gonna be here. With that one? Yeah. And then these are not set to dump currently. On like silver stuff. Okay, I think. Where'd it go? Where is it? Or is it gonna be in here? It's gonna be in here. Giant polar bear cub. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we've given birth to a giant polar bear. It is expertly trained. So it is not domesticated yet, right? I think it just needs to go on a rope next to the others, right? Blissful becoming a parent. Excellent. They both are very happy for being a parent. Right, so I think I just need to put that one in here. And eventually we'll get a domesticated one out of it. Right? That's gonna be kind of my approach to this. I'm gonna select, I'm not gonna use a fancy one, because do we have... We have some nice ropes. I don't know if these are the new ones we've been making. So I'm just gonna do that. And then we're just gonna start hoping for more, right? Just give me more bears. Give me more bears until they start becoming domesticated. Hi. Okay, and then here we attach the cub. Who wants to be here anyway? Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah. And then are you also assigned? You should also have this one assigned. Cool. Cool. There's a lot of merchants here. There's still a penguin. Still a penguin? Just... all my friends came in here. We're getting more migrants. Getting more migrants. Holy cow. We got our Yetis. We got a Crundle. Bunch of merchants. I'm wondering if that Crundle is blocking more things at walking on it again. We have 2 bins of stuff. Hooray. So let's do that one, and we'll do that one, and then I want to keep working on food. We can definitely create food a lot faster than we can eat food. So I want to keep training up our people, which means grabbing some of our prepared food barrels. It's really hard to tell. See, like that's not like those are worth a lot, but they're not quite up to that standard, are they? I want good meals. 15 for 420, that might actually be fine. But like 23 for 25 for 250, that's definitely not. I wish I could bring like individual stacks of food to the trade depot and not the whole barrel. 420 divided by 15 is 28. So like the Jabberer tripe is very good. Maybe we'll keep that barrel. These, yeah, that's not very, it's not that good. I want a fort with baby polar bears. I know, right? They're so good. And polar bears are interesting. Well, these are giant polar bears even, but they reach adulthood really fast is what I was noticing. Giant polar bears become an adult at age 1. Same with polar bears. They reach adulthood very fast for the size that they are, and for the value you get out of them if you're butchering them. I think it's a good choice. Found an ingenious way to cultivate subterranean Arctic llamas. That happened by accident. I would stop them if I could. Those can go. See, like the cress leaf roast. That one's pretty good, but these ones aren't. But I think, I mean, I'm at least gonna bring it to the place. I think once they're at the depot, I can trade individual meal stacks. Alpaca tallow roast, no. 24 for a stack of 3, like that's awful. Yeah, like that whole bin can go. Oh, but yeah, that yak tallow roast is amazing. Or no. No, other way around. It's not good. It's not good. Okay. Math. Stream math. Prepared llama brain roast. See, even that's not quite. It would have to be like a stack of 20 worth 400. 480 divided by 32 is 15. Yeah. I want good meals. Good meals only. We have so many plants. I think we're good. I hope the giant polar bear people have babies. We have not seen any babies from the polar bear people. That is a thing we haven't seen. Here's our migrants. Wow, they've already made it all the way in here. Are you you are a new arrival. And you as well. Wow. I've already gotten several. So this is an adequate cheesemaker. Hello, welcome in. There's a dog. A talented stone crafter, a turkey. Israz, High Master Wound Dresser. Novice Gem Setter. A child. Just an actual child. But your parents and sister are here. So that must be the other one. I think we just had a family unit arrive here. That is a stone crafter. Klaus? Kleos is a dabbling carpenter. Sar is a stone crafter. Wow, we're up to 129. Polar bear men are strictly business. True. They do seem to mean business. I would be very happy if they made more of themselves. If I'm being honest. We don't need cows. Yeah, we're gonna slaughter. What else do we got? We got some dogs, we got some cats, we got a bunch of llamas. some point we are going to start having to go through our llamas. We have one giant cave spider. We have like a goose, a hen, a turkey. And a duck, a peacock, a goose, a rattlesnake, a black mamba. Yeah, that's fine. We got a couple of rabbits. We got a couple black mambas. And some fluffy wamblers. We have to put the fluffy wamblers in our zoo as well. An attribute snake? Look at them! All happy. More fluffy warblers. So you can... I wonder how many things you can fit in a cage. Can you fit more than one thing in a cage? Can I fit like 50 fluffy wamblers in a single terrarium? Is that an evil thing to say? I guess we need our broker to show up. Still working on all this. Someday the ruse will be done. Yeah, I can't pick out individual meals from the barrels. It'd be cute. It would be very cute. It'd be very fluffy. Right? It's just the two bins, and then these. I mean, that's 5,500 worth of stuff. And in theory, you brought me... Oh, you brought some wood. I will definitely take the wood. You have a giant cave spider silk rope. I think we're going to stick with what we have. A nether cap piano. That looks sick. That looks so good. Very compressed. Just imagine the floof sticking out of like all the holes. Or the bars if it's like a cage. Like, it wouldn't even look like a living thing. It would look like a cage with like too much fluff inside of it, and you like walk by it and it would like make a sound and go, oh, there's things in there. Water buffalo. Yeah, it's all fine. I don't need barrels. I don't need buckets. It's all fine. It's all fine. Just give me, like... Did you bring meat? I think I asked for meat. Look how much stuff they bring now. Wow. And a... How many bolts do we want? Holy cow. Bunch of large gems. I mean, they know what I want. How many anvils? Holy cow. Okay. Slightly muffled peeping of 50 compressed wamblers. It amuses me way too much. I might need to do this. So caravan goods, I want to filter by value. Can I just say meat? Can I say prepared? No. Prepared. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, cave crocodile and jabber. This is all good stuff. Okay, we'll take the higher value stuff here. Can I just do... I want to sort by kind. Why is that barrel worth so much? Some of them are worth a lot. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I wish I could just sort by the category. You're their biggest customer. That's true. Probably true. They're bringing 10 times more stuff than I can use, though. Don't need plump helmets. Koi bush sleeves. Sure, why not? These are good for variety, right? It is nice to have a variety of things. So we'll grab all that. We definitely don't need plump helmets. And then what? I could take more instruments. I mean, that's a pretty cool instrument. Take the nice ones, but not the, like, super expensive ones. Do like these. Yeah, I mean, I'll see if we can get away with this. Nope, okay. There we go. What's the mental situation? Pretty dang good, all things considered. I think our one grumpy face is... Actually, no, I thought it was gonna be our bird person. It's one of our polar bear people. That's interesting. I ate a meal, I am content. So, like, actually, like, having all her needs met... What's the problem here? A lot of waterfall thoughts. Watching a performance. Yeah, what's wrong with you? Why are you grumpy? Why are you grumpy? Also, where's Kerr? Kerr has gone up. Kerr is still stressed, but is now fine. Yeah, we're getting a lot of waterfalls from our aquifers draining down our stairwells. Just as you do. You can't just ask people what's wrong with them. I can when I'm overseeing the fortress. Tell me what's wrong and I'll fix it. If you can't tell me anything, nothing's gonna happen. I want this to be just a little ramp to get up. Because I'm gonna have to do that on all of these, aren't I? Grown stray horse. Still working on cloth. Hey, look! Singing! You're simulating an ear cap? Do we not have ear caps in here? Because it's all just spread out. Hey, look at that. Listen to that. What's an ear cap? Do I seriously not have an ear cap? Is that like one of our... how do I look at my instruments? Are they tools? We have a lot of pots. That's a lot of pot. And minecarts and wheelbarrows. And scrolls. Here's instrument pieces. Where do my instruments live in here? Musical instruments, of course. Okay, so do I not have an ear cap? Maybe I should be making our instruments. We've only been importing instruments. We might not have our cultural instruments, which is hilarious. Okay, so you're simulating an ear cap. You are listening. You're simulating a sirik and a sorrel. So all the instruments we have are not ones they know how to play. Great. Good. Let's go down here. Make instrument. There's ear cap and swirl and Sue. We've made Sues. We've definitely made Sues. And it looks like none of these are gonna be simple. They're all gonna be quite complicated. Okay, so easiest way to do this, if we go in here, search for ear cap. So it's clearly a drum. So I'm gonna say make ear cap drum. Make ear cap head. Make ear cap mallet. Make ear cap stand. I'm gonna say do 10 of them. And then assemble ear cap. I have no idea what they all need to be made out of. So that one's gonna be leather. The mallet is gonna be wood. The stand is gonna be wood. Okay, well, we have some wood. And then a swirl. Make a batch of swirls as well. Do we need 10? Maybe we'll do 5 of each. Let's do that. Good night, fun times. Okay, enjoy. Yes, I will enjoy turkey time. We don't do turkey. We do like little game hens. We do like a turkey day meal out of game hens. But yes, I will see you around. Come by Saturday. We're gonna start a new game. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully this is still enjoyable and entertaining. I'm still having fun with this. Oh, and then we have our magma, don't we? Right, there's magma there. There's magma there. So I'm gonna say dump north and dump north. Blam. And then I'm gonna replace this minecart with that one. And then this minecart with that one. Very enjoyable, good. That's what I like to hear. And see, now they're gonna be doing stuff like this, right? Do we need clay? Or do we need, I guess it's gonna be stoneware. I'm curious to see if they can get that to work. We also don't have glass. I'm hoping none of them need glass. Maybe we should make, like, a pair of glass furnaces just for the sake of having them. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this one to be taken before I start moving stuff around on them. Now you're making a blowpipe. You're attempting to. There we go. Okay. Dump north. Dump north. We're good. There's 4 in both of those. Disassemble the track stop. Disassemble the track stop. Delete the routes. And then we're gonna want another pair of magma kilns once we can. There we go. Because that can only go there, right? So that's going there. And then this is going here. And I guess while I'm at it, I might as well, or there's no track stop for that one. Let's put down a pair of glass furnaces, because I have a hunch that that's going to come up at some point. Track stop. Let's do like this. That. And then I don't know which one we were at. There we go. Sparring is happening. Needs ear cap drum. So is that... I want that to just like wait. Yeah, okay. So it should just wait. Masterpiece prepared jaguar spleen roast. Excellent. Okay, and then new route for here. Blam. We've been cutting all our gems. We're slowly cutting our gems. Oh, we have so many gems to cut. We haven't started using them at all, though. Oh, there's 2 there again. Okay. Okay, I mean, yeah, okay, porcelain sorrel pipes. I'm gonna make them out of porcelain? That's great. Porcelain's great for instruments. I will take it. Yeah, that's all fine. So magma there, so I'm gonna have you dump south, you dump north. Okay, and then this turns into that one. This turns into that one. And the doors are gonna leave. There's so much stuff happening. We're gonna have to find more places for bedrooms, aren't we? We need bedrooms again. We have been expanding so dang fast. So dang fast. We have 3 on this level, 2 on this level that has basically nothing else. We could get a 3rd bit on this level. It might go here. Might go like over here. I'll let them keep working while I designate. I don't want to go like this. I think. One, two, three, four, five. It's a fairly successful fortress that just so happens to be under a frozen sheet of ice. Yes, it seems to have not really hindered us, which is really quite cool, honestly. So if I did like, maybe I want to go like, how do I want to do this? Kobolds strive. They do their best. They definitely proliferate. They definitely do their thing. I want to see how many wagons they have. Let's watch the dwarves leave. And our place is slowly snowing themselves in. Oh, but this is working. They're getting there. They're getting there. Just a random lamb in here. But it's someone's pet, so whatever. You are reciting poetry. You're socializing. Socializing. Everyone is socializing. Simulating ear cap. All right, I'll make you a freaking ear cap. I guess I should be importing instruments from the kobolds. That might not be a thing I've done. Snowing themselves in is a part of the ambiance. There you go. It's definitely part of what's going on here. Uncanny experiments. Like, look at the activity in here. Look at all this socialization happening. Uncanny experiments? Yeah, it's one of our book titles. Look at these wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wagons. Like the ones we knew? No, I think it's more like chemistry experiments, not like necromancer experiments. But who knows? Those experiments were uncanny. Okay. So now I'm gonna go back down. I don't know. Maybe I go down here. Maybe we do like this. A little bit more room down here. I'm gonna do like this. 4, 5. Hold on. Hold on. Two, 3, 4. 5. I guess this is gonna go like that. Okay, that'll go there. Do you think scholars would learn necromancy from first principles? Not from first principles. At least as far as in-game mechanics go, the only way that necromancy can be introduced to a world is through the slab. But if a necromancer writes a book that has the contents of the slab, a necromancer could be formed from reading that book. So it's kind of an open question in our world if we have control over all of the necromantic knowledge, right? Like, we have all of our slabs. I know for a fact that we have all of the slabs that contain the secrets of life and death. I have no idea if there are any books floating out there that also contain the secrets of life and death. Because if there is, they could still become new necromancers that way. But if we had all the books and we had all the slabs and just had them all locked up, then you would not get any more necromancers. I don't think they can, like, teach it to each other verbally. I don't think a necromancer could be like, psst, 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 here's the secret, right? I don't think. I think they have to get it from reading it somewhere. But now that I say that, I don't actually know that for sure either. I think you'd find out pretty quick. Possibly. I don't know. Necromancers can be pretty sneaky. Let's smooth all of this while we're at it. Give everyone a decent bedroom. Can you destroy a slab by lava-ing it? Probably. Well, actually, that's also a good question. Most things can be destroyed by submerging in lava, but there are artifacts. Like, artifacts in general are invincible. Like, all the things that we get out of Strange Moods would not burn in magma, just because they're artifacts. But I don't know if that applies to slabs. I don't know if slabs are artifacts in that same way. This is a good question. These are all good questions. We got some more magma here, so I'm gonna do dump south and dump north. Array. Gonna disassemble these. Get rid of these. Kobold room law, gotta have a odd number amount of room blocks. Nooks mandatory for kobold psychology requires it. Yeah. I don't think a kobold would like living in a square room. I don't know why I think that. But I think it needs to be a little asymmetrical for their psychology. I want a magma glass furnace. Do it here, but not there? That's strange. Hey, a strange mood. Fancy that. Oh, that's not enough room there, is it? Oh, that's not enough room there. That's why I didn't... I also don't know why I can't do that. But whatever, I can do this. Wow, yeah, I can't use that one. Huh. Because, like, I mean, I guess that could go up one and this could go up one. I'd have to shift them all. Which I guess isn't that big of a deal. Just means disassembling these three. A petition. The Earthen House has many members. It wants a guild hall. Sure. We have some empty rooms we can turn into guild halls. So I'm gonna go workshop, furnace, magma kiln. So this one's gonna go. I guess I'm still gonna use the calnite blocks, right? And that's gonna go up one. Oh, but that doesn't work either. Okay, well I can put one here. I can do that. Yeah. Okay. No, not glass furnace. I want a magma glass furnace. And then that goes there. Perfect. I fixed it. And then, yeah, okay, so we want... The ear cap drum is made out of glass. So I think what I need to do... I'm gonna make just like a normal... whatchamahoo's it? A normal glass furnace? Where am I looking for? Furnace, glass furnace. It's gonna tuck it in the corner over here. And I'm gonna go up to our surface where we had just a tiny little bit of sand available. I'm gonna say that this is a sand collection zone. That's literally all it needs to be. Make those bricks! Yeah, make the bricks. Make the bricks, please. I want the bricks. I'd make everything in here out of Kalina except this one. But this one's gonna work different. So this is gonna not take normal work orders. This is going to collect sand. Like, some sand. And that will allow us to do our glass stuff. So it seems to be working anyway. And then the rest of those jobs... Yeah, okay. So... Did that other one work? Do I have... Swaras or whatever? Srao has created... Girdisui Irseria, another cap bracelet. Hooray. Let's toss that in. We need more pedestals. Oh my gosh. And what are these? They're copper pedestals? They don't look like it. I wish those changed color. I want them to look like copper. Dang it. I'll do copper pedestals, do another 10 of those. Should be fine. And then what was swirl? Do we have swirls? Musical instrument. Swirls, okay. So we now have some of those. We have a Yeti bone swirl. That's pretty cool. Blowpipe made of porcelain, wind chest made from Yeti bone. Pipe is made from porcelain. That's a pretty decent instrument right there. Gotta say. So now I'm gonna come up here. I also feel like this is probably too many. This is too many chests. I feel like it's too many chests. I'm just gonna do one in each corner. Just because it's clearly not necessary. Oh, no. This one stays. And then stored instruments. I'm gonna put this up to like 30. And there's just a random alpaca here. And then there should be like some instruments in here, right? Yeah, there's some instruments. I want to say this one's to have like 20 as well. And then our roofs are done. Oh my gosh. Look at all that. Okay. The tavern is officially complete. Aside from like furniture and junk. So we're gonna remove these. Gonna remove these. And then we're going to engrave them. Because that'll get rid of our snow. And then we can set up the stockpiles. Clearly, they're already eating in there. I guess I can just call them dining rooms, right? There's no reason I can't do that right now. This is a dining hall. Or no, did I not do that right? Remove. Dining hall. Then I add this to, oh, come on. The supper of trammeling. Like so. Southeast, right? Right, and then a supper of trammeling. And supper of trammeling. Dining. Two ends? No, that's one. Right. That all. But like these all belong to it, right? You belong to there. You belong to there. All visitors are welcome. Yeah. Yeah, and now there's people over here. Look at that. Okay, and that's just done. Just done. Our engravers are ridiculous. Now it is winter. Might get some more kobolds. We might get promoted again. How many levels deep is too far for the dwarves to travel? You mean, I don't know what you mean. They can go to the bottom of the map. But if you mean like in a practical sense, like how deep should you make your fortress? Got our bracelet, and then our pedestals. From my main base, then to the surface. You mean kobold? Yeah. I don't know dwarves. I only know kobolds. I mean, it kind of depends, right? It depends on what you're wanting them to traverse that distance for. Or I guess how frequently they will need to. Because if you are like completely self-sufficient and don't need to go to the surface for anything, you can just build your fortress all the way down at the bottom, right? And just kind of not worry about it. I think this becomes a guild hall. I think this becomes the guild hall that we're wanting. But like if you know that you're going to be needing to get to the surface for wood and food, the other main concern would be your traders. Like you would have to potentially make a way for a caravan to get down there, like a wagon to get down there, if you care about wagons, and allow the traders to come down. Right. Like you can do that. You would do it a lot more easily with just like a normal merchant caravan. Like if they didn't have wagons, merchants who don't have wagons can go over traps. So you can have your whole fortress be fully trapped and just have your traders come all the way down into the middle of your fortress and have a trade depot down there. That works fine. But then when you become a larger fortress, if you want them to bring the wagons, getting wagons down that far can be a bit of a trick. I've done it before. It's mostly a matter of like trying to make a secure route that your people use and that like invaders would try to use, and then having a different route that's a bunch of ramps. Like it'd be, you know, it have to be 3 tiles wide, has to only be ramps, and have that go all the way down, and then have traps between the trade depot and the rest of your fortress down there. I've done that before. And it works. The main issue is that I'm pretty sure that they won't stay longer. Like if it takes them a month to get down to your trade depot, that's less time that they're going to be in the trade depot allowing for a trade. So if it takes them so long to get to and from the trade depot that they just get down there and like unpack and repack again, that's not so ideal, right? But beyond that, there's no real limitation. It's like which of the things do you want to deal with? Found my first cavern at layer -102, maybe halfway between the cavern and the surface is a good compromise. Yeah, 102 for the first cavern is a heck of a thing. Are you like in you're in a mountainy area? Or like way above sea level? Halfway would be fine, like 50 would be fine. You could also just build straight up in the caves, right? I've seen people do that. I don't know, it depends. It's one of those half a dozen of one, six of the other kind of situations, right? Like either solution is technically like allowed, right? Like both of those, being near the surface or being near the caves, is allowed. The game's not going to tell you no, but each of those are going to have their own downsides, right? And it's whichever one you want to deal with. Working on a stair fort right now. Excellent. How far down are you? How far between the surface and like the top of your fortress proper? I'm curious. This is going to be a guild hall. This is for someone. Stoneworkers. The ochre rock. And this might just be of a high enough quality that it's just going to be okay on its own. Maybe? Star fort, not stair. Oh, I see. That's different. Guess I don't want dwarves falling asleep just trying to get up and down. Yes, right. And if they have to if they have to sleep on the stairs, then they get an unhappy thought. If the travel is so long that they get hungry every time they go up and down, they're not going to be able to do like more than one job at a time, right? I've sometimes have the opposite issue where, like, if I don't feel like doing a magma pump stack, sometimes what you can do is just have your magma shops down by the magma sea and have the rest of your fortress up by the caves. But that means now you have people traversing that distance every time you want to do a forging job, right? So if it takes so long for them to go from their bedroom to the forges, that they get down there and do one smelting job and then have to go eat and go back upstairs, you're losing a lot in that sense. But you can also, like, sometimes you get fancy. I've never really done it, but in theory, I don't know why you couldn't do like a split fort, right? If you get fancy about assigning people bedrooms and burrows, you can get fancy with burrows as well, which is something I typically don't do. You could say you have a section of your fortress down by the magma that's for forging, and you have a tavern down there and bedrooms down there assigned to your forge people, and they just live down there, right? You have one group of people who live down in a burrow for forging, and then you have a different group of people that lives up by the caves for other reasons, or for everything else, really. And then you just have to transport, your bars. You could even have like a minecart system to get the goods back and forth, but the people moving back and forth is the hard part. So if you constructed your fort so that like this group of people stayed here and this group of people stayed down here, and you just had a minecart send goods back and forth, like you have someone send food down and you get bars back up, you could do that. There's probably other reasons not to. It might be a bit much for one reason or another. I don't actually know what the downside to that would be, but I assume there would be one. But that's like, you would be allowed to do that, right? Okay. Interesting. My brain is working right. I really like thinking about those kinds of things in this game. This is a game where those are the kinds of questions you should be asking, honestly. Like there are so many ways that you can solve an issue, solve a problem, but one of them is going to be more efficient than the other, right? So one of them is going to have a benefit that you want, and the other one's not. And picking and choosing between those and trying to get like the best out of everything is really fun. Oh, I messed this up, didn't I? That door can't go there. Good thing I didn't engrave it. We're just gonna do a block. I remember when I was learning, especially with like work orders and stuff, I spent a lot of time thinking about like the most efficient way to set up work orders. Our caravan is here. And it's just I find it to be a really enjoyable like conundrum to think about. Oh, I need more beds. Do another 20 beds. Our silk ropes clearly haven't happened. I thought I said... I thought that was going. We have pigtail slurry. We have our dye here. So that's nice. But don't I have silk cloth? I have a bunch of cave spider silk cloth. Maybe I just don't have dye. Oh, but I do have dye. So I should just dye... silk? Oh, interesting. There's a bunch of different tints here. We were doing slate gray for a while. How do I specify the kind of cloth we're dyeing? I want to dye silk. But I can just choose the color. Also, all these partially used cloth bits ending up back in here. Oh, goodness. I think I just need to say... dye cloth. I like cerulean. Let's dye cloth. Let's tint cloth cerulean using midnight dye. And I guess hope that some of it ends up as silk. The other thing I do is just get fancy with stockpiles. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap up. Sending goods down can be very efficient. Yes, just a little pit. Just toss it. It's like food doesn't explode when it drops 100 levels, right? You can take a nice little dumpling and toss it down a pit. It falls for a mile and it lands at the bottom, and a dwarf will go, "Oh, awesome," and eat it right there. No problem. Okay, so I'm gonna park us at the top here so that I can remember. Look at all of our lounging. Look at all of our people. Look at all of our lounging people, and we're gonna be able to set these up. We have more bricks showing up here. Okay, so we're gonna get our roofs done. Gonna get our zoo going. There's just a random dog out here. Okay. Cool. Look at our bustling little resort town. I love this. This is turning out very nice. I'm still a little sad that I didn't get the steam thing working. I wanted this to be a sauna. I still have a tiny bit of hope that maybe we'll catch a magma crab. But that's the idea was sauna, but this is still pretty cool. This is still like a nice little glacial retreat, right? Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us. I do appreciate y'all being here, right? I love all my little dorks here. Love all my little dorks here. I will not be streaming for the rest of this week. I will be doing, we'll be having our private, Turkey Day celebrations. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub. Oh, thank you. 5 gift subs. Oh, that's very awesome. Thank you. Very, very cool. Thank you. That's my favorite button. I will not be streaming for the rest of this week. I'll be back on Saturday. Come by on Saturday. We're going to start a game called Dispatch. Came out not too long ago. It's a kind of a story-based narrative game. A little more chill than the last one we were playing, is my intent. Though, of course, everything is more chill than I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Kind of glad we finished it. Gonna move on to something else. Come by the following week, Monday and Thursday. We're gonna continue with the Dwarf Fortress from right here. We might get promoted again. We might become the capital. We might have to build an ice throne for our king. We might get more sieges, that kind of thing. We're definitely gonna make a zoo. Definitely gonna make some little pillboxes. So come by for that. Today's episode is brought to you by a friendly polar bear. He just wants to give you a hug. Just go give him a hug. And by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, hanging out wherever you want to chill. That's where the polar bear is there to give you a hug. Bonjour, yes. So So I appreciate you all being here. I hope you all have a good rest of your week. I hope you have a good holiday season if that is a thing you do. If this is a holiday week for you, I hope you have a good holiday. If not, I hope you have a good week anyway. And then, yeah, I'll see you all around. And I hope you stay kind.